Before the roller coasters and water slides dominated the skies of Silverwood, there was a train, a small village, and planes.
All right, is everybody ready for an air show?
As visitors sat on the Main Street lawn, they would watch vintage airplanes loop through the air and perform death-defying maneuvers at breakneck speeds. For 8 years, Silverwood was the only theme park in the world to feature daily air shows for its guests. However, due to some close calls and a tragic air show crash in Spokane, we decided to ground the Silverwood Air Show in 1996. But in 2021, the spirit of those shows will return in the form of a new stunt plane-themed roller coaster. Jump into the cockpit of a Pitts Special biplane as this single-rail coaster climbs over 105 feet into the sky and dives towards the earth below. Experience hairpin turns, aerobatic maneuvers, and 3 inversions as the coaster speeds through heart-stopping obstacles before returning back to the hangar. Get ready to hold on tight and take flight on Stunt Pilot, opening summer 2021.
Hey, welcome everybody to Midwest Coaster. We're talking about a cool subject here today. We're talking about is 2021, the year of the RMC Raptor. We have Zach, our newest member of Midwest Coaster fans, here with us tonight. Welcome aboard, Zach.
Thank you.
We're talking about a series of things here. I'm experiencing connectivity issues, so I'm probably going to be going in and out, so I apologize on that. But the feed should be fine on Zach's end. It looks like the feed was fine on the video, even though on my side it was showing freezing. So we got the announcement today that Silverwood is going to be adding an RMC Raptor, which puts the number for 2021 at 3 RMC Raptors. I know Kentucky Kingdom has not announced theirs yet, but we kind of put it under the conclusion that most likely it's going to be an RMC Raptor. They're just trolling us right now because they don't want to admit that's what it is. So I imagine we're going to get a lot of teasers over the next month or so depicting that. What do you think about that?
I agree with that because we all know full well that if they're going to do a coaster, and they're going to tease it, and they've been doing quite a bit of trolling recently with T4, so.
Yeah, they have. I'm just reading this from Ricky Young. Another awesome day at work today. Got Teflon change on the Cornball Express chain today. Okay, that's cool. All right. This thing is freezing up. All right, there we go. Yeah, their teasers are just cracking me up.
Yes.
Like T4, they know how everybody hates Vekoma, the T3 coaster. So they're like, well, let's go ahead and tease everybody and make them think we're bringing another Vekoma in there when we know that's not true.
DP love it. Enthusiasts, not so much.
I don't even think the public likes it. There's never a line. Yeah, but there's never a line for it. They only run one train on it most of the time, I think.
Well, actually, the reason why the having one train is because right now they're actually having the second one being refurbished. So after they had one being redone, NC Devil May be done. So I think next week probably 2 trains again.
Oh, okay. It looks like the feed's going pretty well. So, what about the Silverwood announcement? I guess we kind of figured it was going to be some sort of steel coaster, possibly an RMC Raptor, since it's in the same state as they are in. But
Yeah,
was it a big surprise?
Away, so.
You said what?
Yeah, because RMC is actually only 10 minutes away from Silverwood.
Oh, it's only 10 minutes away. So, okay, well that makes sense. Why we saw a couple other enthusiasts. Thanks, William, for saying that. Carson Berg, give him a shout out. Ricky Young, I guess he's a maintenance technician at the Beach. So we have Silverwood. We have the Six Flags Great Adventure coasters, Jersey Devil delayed until 2021. And then we have the Silverwood coaster. Obviously, Kentucky Kingdom has not announced theirs yet, but
They will soon.
have they surprised? Say what?
Hopefully not so soon. Hopefully they do. But I think some believe that it might be postponed, but who knows?
If it's a new age Bacomas, then so be it. But that's a small plot of land. If we bring up that plot of land that Kentucky Kingdom is using, supposedly,
Yes.
according to the court, that was given to the FAA, which we'll bring that up here in just a second. Can't wait to get
100 feet.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for you guys to see this on here if it ever loads. There we go. There's a delay. Yeah, you can see the latitude and longitude on there, and then you can see the construction month is September 1st till next May. So it'll happen in between that timetable. I imagine they're gonna have to break ground before December, at least on the footers, because of the winter. You don't know how cold the winters are gonna get. So I imagine they're going to start on that soon, at least. Everything else they could do later, but they're gonna have to start laying the footers down. When's the last day of operation for Kentucky Kingdom? Is it September 30th?
The last operation is I think the 30th maybe. I can double check it on the calendar. No, actually no, it should be the 27th, I believe.
The 27th?
I think so, yeah. Don't quote me on it, but I know it's on a weekend out because the 30th of September is a weekday, so.
So next Sunday, okay. He's talking about Magic Mountain.
Yeah. Don't quote me on it, but I think it is, though.
Magic Mountain one? Oh, the closing date. Okay. I got what you're saying. So the Magic Mountain Joker clone, I don't know if that's 100% true or not yet. I think that's just a rumor, right? Yeah.
I mean, I believe they've seen markings there, and I think people have seen after track that is labeled for Magic Mountain, so.
Who's Carson Burt? Where does he live? Where does he work at? Is he a Kentucky Kingdom employee that's trolling us too? I'm just joking. Yeah, I think that'll be because they're not doing their Halloween event this year. So are they doing any type of fall festival or anything like that over Kentucky Kingdom?
No.
Okay. And we know that the one at Silverwood's going to be a clone because it meets exactly the same all around stats as the other one. So I bring up the one from California's Great Adventure or Great America over here. You're gonna let me get this banner off here. It's hard to see with that thing in the way. You'll see that it's 1,800 feet, 106 feet high. Reinversions, just like this new one. And then if we go over here, you could see the Wonder Woman Lasso coaster, the same thing. And then the new one at Silverwood. Oh, that's Jersey Devil. Where's the one I could have sworn I just loaded it. Give me 1 second. I must have forgot to save it or something. Oh, I saved it. Hold on. Up here. Give it a second to load here. Oh, wrong one again. I guess I didn't save it. Yeah, if you want to talk about, hold on a second. Is this not? There we go. Save image as save. I must have forgot to save that image. My bad. Okay, we're 12 minutes into the show, or 11 minutes. Okay, now let's bring up that stat of that new coaster going in at Silverwood. You can see it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
What's the speed? Oh, so the speed on Jersey. Oh, there I am bringing up Jersey Devil again. The speed 52, 52, 52. So there you guys go. It is a clone over at Silverwood. Anybody was wondering, but the only difference is there's going to be 2 trains fitting 10 passengers instead of the normal 8, one behind the other. So I don't know if anybody's aware of that, but
Yeah, I don't know if we can use that. I mean, 10 cars per train, that would be awesome because that would be some really, really good whip in the back seat.
well, yeah, if you look at the video that I just showed as our intro video, and that's off the front seat POV, and it looks like it whips through that course. So, and I just wonder how many clones we're going to get this year because we had the rumor of that one park in South Dakota, and that kind of went away, I think, due to the pandemic. Even though South Dakota didn't shut down at all.
Yeah.
Unless they're still planning on it, which then that would make what 4 RMCs, or 5 because we found Iron Gwazi, which was technically supposed to be open this year, in Jersey Devil. So 5 next year.
That's quite a bit.
Who else possibly? We still have some time left for park announcements. I think the small family-owned parks are going to add them. It's just a cheaper option at what, $7.5, $8 million. So
yeah,
I think that's why
really cheap.
Too many.
You just had too many. You can never have too many RMCs.
The video of Joker was leaked. Okay. We'll be at Kentucky Kingdom and see if they've started anything new. Appreciate it. Let us know. Jacob's just being silly. All right. See if he's got anything to say. Nope. No. Well, a lot of people don't like clones, but these are different type of clone.
Good clone.
I understand clones get annoying after a while, but the good thing is there's one in California, there's one in Texas, there's one in Idaho, there's going to be one hopefully in Kentucky Kingdom. So they're spread out, so you're not getting it like, well, kind of like Batman the Ride, I guess if you look at it that way. B&M started off by cloning Batman the Ride, and look how successful it became.
And anyway, too, like all the early coasters too were basically that's looping coaster that.
Yeah. I understand. Clones get kind of annoying after a while. We think the one at Kentucky Kingdom, and Zach will go over that in a minute, but we think the one at Kentucky Kingdom is going to be kind of a modified clone instead of the actual clone, just to do the space constraint on there. Because if we bring up this picture over here and we look at it here, there's not much space to work with on this. And that's the actual space. And if you look to the left, you have Storm Chaser. You look to the right, you're going to have, if you look to the left, you're going to have Storm Chaser. You look to the right, you're going to have Ida the Storm. You think they'll move Ida the Storm to a different part of the park, or you think they're going to keep it there?
I don't know. I mean, it could stay, but also too, we also have the infield area of Storm Chaser used as well, because you have a decent amount of room in between the station and the drop area to do like a dive loop on it. And hit them on there.
Oh. Let me see if I can bring up a map and share my screen over here. Maybe I could close out of some of these other things. I'm not aren't knowing what. I'm having difficulty doing anything that this. My internet connection will change after today, hopefully. No, it's the internet connection where I'm at. All right. It only does it on live feed. So I'm going to bring up Kentucky Kingdom. We're going to look at this on the share screen here in a second. It'll be easier to explain on there.
Yes, it will.
Here's a full overview, so it'll be easier. I'm going to zoom in on that area where Kentucky. Sorry. Where there we are. There's that area. Chaser, Thunder Run, and Eye of the Storm. Let me go ahead and hit this share button here. Share screen. Sorry, guys. I have it a certain way where it makes sense. So bring it over here.
There we go.
You mouse. This is what he's talking about, kind of like the infield. So they could actually start it off over here and work with this area right here all the way around and all the way over here. And they still have this to work with over here too.
Yes, you do.
If you look at the area, it's tiny, so we know it's going to be a compact model. How many feet is Storm Chaser?
I am not certain on how many feet long it is, but I know the other Raptors, the clones, I think at around 1,800 feet, I believe, for the other Raptors. So, but Storm Chaser, let me quick look here at the feet of Storm Chaser.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to do here. Storm Chaser's at 2,700, roughly 800 to 900 feet longer. This one's probably going to be.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, 2744.
But Storm Chaser's spread out. It's not a compact model. It's more spread.
Oh yeah, they're spread out.
So these single rails go in and out of their structures a lot, unless you're looking at Jersey Devil down at Great Adventure.
Yeah.
Sorry. Which I got the opportunity to look at that. I think that one's going to be 3,800 feet long. It doesn't look that big, though. I think because we're used to the track sizes being wider, so it looks a lot smaller in person than a normal roller coaster would be. And the supports don't take up as much.
Jersey will be 3,000 feet long.
Okay.
And then Railblazer, I would ride it at 1,800 feet. So
let's bring this back in. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? You guys think 2021 is going to be the year of the RMC Raptor? They get intertwined with some of Storm Chaser. That would be cool.
Yes, it would be cool. I mean, you can basically have a duel between two RMCs.
I was just shaking my head on this comment. Magic Mountain needs an SNS free spin. Please don't. I'm just kidding. Some people like them. I just think they're because it's an SNS coaster, it's very problematic. And from the parks that I've been at, they're down more than they're up a lot of times.
And Magic Mountain does not need a coaster. That coaster belongs at St. Louis.
That's true. St. Louis does need a new coaster. It's definitely not loved like it should be.
I mean, on the bright side, we could really get flat rides.
Yeah, good luck with that with Six Flags. It's a cheaper option for them. At least they're adding stuff, though, so give them props for that one. But I still think that they need to put some. Just give your smaller parks like what Cedar Fair was doing with California's Great Adventure. At least they gave them a new coaster. It might not have been a big one, but at least they gave them a new one. That's why I like family-owned parks better, anyways.
I mean, even like Raptor, even though it was small, it was groundbreaking.
Trying to get rid of that comment. Yeah, they need a clone full throttle.
You mean on half throttle?
Yeah. Is that one that has the? Which one's full throttle? Is that the one that goes through the loop and then it goes above the same loop. Is that the one that's at Magic Mountain? I mean, that is the one with the giant loop.
Yeah, it's a giant loop that apparently had good hang time. It has free launches. Yeah. Yeah, St. Louis does need a Raptor. We need a Raptor. We need any coaster we can get.
Well, I would say Silver Dollar City has an opportunity to get one, but from what I've heard, they're might possibly not be too thrilled with RMC because of the way the topper track on the Outlaw Run's being handled. But that could have been just something that was given to us as a rumor by somebody. I can see Dollar City adding one.
It's a city to be playing now for coaster because he really just got time travel in 2018.
Oh, they don't care. They just made a $26 million investment this year.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Good. That Raptor ride looks awesome.
Oh, that it's good, but it's not as good as the one at SeaWorld Orlando.
I want to ride it.
Orlando. I'm surprised St. Louis doesn't get more Chicago hand-me-downs. I'm trying to think what would go good in Chicago. You guys could have what is not in Vertigo? Is it in Vertigo? Not in Vertigo. What's the name of the one? Vertical Velocity. They could have that one. Nobody wants it there. Great America anymore.
I mean, it's good coaster. I mean, it's fun.
It's so loud though compared to the Intamin version.
True, yeah.
What is that? An Intimate model? The Vertical Velocity one? Is that an Intimate model?
It's Intimate, yeah.
Why is it so loud then? Because if you ride a Wicked Twister at Cedar Point, it's not as loud. I wonder why that one's more loud.
I don't really notice the sound difference too much. Maybe because Vertical Velocity is, I think might be older, I believe. But
okay,
I can see here. Look at the years here.
More B&M Gigas. And parks don't have $32 to $35 million just laying around. That's why we don't see more of them. Like X2. I have not yet rode that because of the thing going on in California right now. So hopefully next year with our planned trip over there, hopefully we can get over to Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. There's some definitely big bucket list spots for me to get to.
What did you say?
Yeah, I could say Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm are definitely on my bucket list to get to. You gotta say Ghost Rider, I've heard is really good.
I heard, especially after the GCI retrack, it's a lot better now. So pumped for Kelly, aren't we all? Hopefully we can go there. Hopefully it's back open next year. All the wildfires. Hopefully Magic Mountain's there next year.
Hopefully. I mean, it is California, you never know.
Well, they got those wildfires out there right now. I don't know how it's affecting Valencia, but it's crazy out there right now. Hopefully
hopefully, I'll be on control. Hopefully next year we'll be back to normal, but you never know. It's the U.S.
Yeah. Need more wooden coasters, in my opinion.
Yes, we do. We need more Gravity Group, more GCI.
Yeah, the 2021 is going to be a weird year. I'll be happy with whatever coasters open next year. Tattoo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, no matter
if
what,
you're out in California,
Orlando.
Huh?
I mean, no matter what, you will have new things to ride in Orlando. So.
Yeah, Velocicoaster, Tron, Guardians of the Galaxy. Whatever that new one at SeaWorld Orlando's going to be called. So, yeah.
Icebreaker.
Pretty good year next year. Yeah,
And
Icebreaker.
then also Orlando would at one point we would also be getting, I think, the B&M Surf Coaster, but that might change now with coronavirus.
Yeah, it might be delayed a couple years. What is this? What? Oh my god.
Destroy Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Corey Goliath. Is that what he meant? Destroy?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that a parking lot coaster? I think that's a parking lot coaster
No,
that I hear.
Screamers. Screamers is the one that is literally built in the parking lot, and you can see lines, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Goliath is the Geo Vanilla hypercoaster that apparently is intentionally helix, and it has hardly any airtime.
There's a lot of coasters that are kind of like that. Though. They have a lot of coasters, but only a couple of them are high quality. Definitely, but the wooden coasters are more fun to me. Yeah, I prefer wooden coasters as well. But I like certain steel coasters, RMC, Intamins. B&M's okay.
Yeah.
B&M's kind of, but I like the
B&M
B&M
is always
invert.
the
Yeah, B&M inverts are really good, but I'm not too big of a fan of the Gigas.
Yeah,
Gigas
I
are
can't
kind of,
really
in my opinion. You say what?
Yeah. And I can only tell if I prefer to steal, but because my big thing is I just like to be thrown around like a ragdoll.
Yeah,
So Skyward for me is the top coaster because it literally just like throws you around.
yeah, and I think RMC Intamin and any wooden coaster does those very well. B&M, Premier Rides, and all
Bully mile.
are made for the general public, which we have to understand as enthusiasts that the general public brings in more income than enthusiasts do. So parks are going to always go to what the enthusiasts want, unless you go down to Kentucky Kingdom, which they tend to go route, but they built Kentucky Flyer. So they do the same thing. They try to build family coasters. Well,
Definitely,
I think
the
their water
is really good. For being a family coaster, it is really, really good. That airtime is incredible.
it is. What's your guys' opinions on Silverwood's new coaster? I'm not gonna. I'll play the video again, so you guys can see it again, kind of what it's gonna look like. This is the name that they're going with, Stunt Pilot. And if many of you guys didn't know, and Zach pointed it out to me as well, at one point in time they used to have an air show and a landing strip at the place, but because of a recent stunt show accident in Spokane, Washington, which is only about an hour from the park, they decided to cancel their stunt show over at the park. But this is kind of like a tribute to that. We have not made our way out to Silverwood yet, so we definitely are looking forward to it. Rumors that Indiana Beach is thinking about bringing back the Galaxy, but that's a rumor. I don't know if that's true. Well, I mean, somebody bought the Python coaster. Is that the name of it? No, what was the name of the one over at yeah, somebody bought it, so
Yeah, it's yeah. So I saw that a traveling snowman bought Python.
you saw you saw what?
Yeah, so I saw somewhere that it was a traveling snowman bought Python for fairs.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be interesting because I know Staples doesn't want to have any temporary structures in the park. That's why Zero G's going bye-bye next year. So if they did purchase a Galaxy version, they would have to do something to ensure that that one at Coney Island's permanent. So that might eliminate that possibility, maybe.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Galaxy,
it does look like.
Yeah. Well, Galaxies are designed to be portable, but you can make them look messed up. But they could possibly buy.
I miss the old.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. What are you gonna say?
I was asking you what you said. You broke up on my end for a second.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, Indiana Beats could possibly have bought a new Galaxy from SBF because they still make them.
That would make sense, and it's a compact thing. What is it like? 1,800 feet, maybe. Pretty compact. So they probably get a brand new one for $2 to $3 million.
Probably. And it's SBF too because SBF is really cheap.
Well, they claim there was maintenance costs associated with when Morgan removed it. From what I understand, that was false rumors. They just got rid of it because they needed extra money. So I think they sold it. I don't know. Let's see.
It's Morgan. Morgan is messed up.
Getting thrown off subject. We're going to talk about that more later, guys. So we'll talk about park news and rumors on Friday's live feed. Today we're just sticking on the subject of RMC Raptors. So if we don't get to your comment today, don't get all bent on shape. We're trying to stay on subject because a couple of the other shows went to like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Today's show we're trying to keep right at like 45 to 50 minutes. So I'm going to show that video again for those of you who might have missed the opening and introduction of it. So we're going to sit backstage real fast while you guys watch this. And you guys will kind of see that. I'm not going to show the other one, but I'm going to show you Silverwood's media announcement today for their new coaster coming in 2021 at Silverwood, which is in Idaho. The easiest way to get there is to fly into Spokane, Washington. But like me and Zach found out, there is no real easy route. You have to lay over in Denver. So let me go ahead and play that new coaster video so you guys can see it again, and we'll get back to you guys can comment some more because some of you guys might have missed the live feed on there. And then also in the future, just so you guys are aware, there's going to be a podcast that's going to be associated with this. I'm actually downloading all the audio as we speak, and it's going to be broadcasted on all the formats under the name Coaster Therapy. So if you go to Coaster Therapy, type in the name or Midwest Coaster Fans, both of them will bring it up. And every one of these episodes is now going to be turned into a podcast. So you can watch it either here on YouTube, on Facebook, or you can also listen to it in your car. I recommend the audio format because it won't burn through your data as much, and you can download it and listen to it later. So let me go ahead and show that video here, and we'll be right back.
Before the roller coasters and water slides dominated the skies of Silverwood, there was a train, a small village, and planes.
All right, is everybody ready for an air show?
As visitors sat on the Main Street lawn, they would watch vintage airplanes loop through the air and perform death-defying maneuvers at breakneck speeds. For 8 years, Silverwood was the only theme park in the world to feature daily air shows for its guests. However, due to some close calls and a tragic air show crash in Spokane, we decided to ground the Silverwood Air Show in 1996. But in 2021, the spirit of those shows will return in the form of a new stunt plane themed roller coaster. Jump into the cockpit of a Pitts Special biplane as this single rail coaster climbs over 105 feet into the sky and dives towards the earth below. Experience hairpin turns, aerobatic maneuvers, and 3 inversions as the coaster speeds through heart-stopping obstacles before returning back to the hangar. Get ready to hold on tight and take flight on Stunt Pilot, opening summer 2021.
All right, we're back. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We replayed that again. That's going to be a kind of a sneak peek when parks release any type of new coasters for 2021 or any type of new rides or any type of commercials. We're going to talk about it on here, and you guys are going to see the same videos that they're going to release. So it just makes it a lot easier when we're talking about different things because we kind of started off when we did like episodes 1 through 7. We kind of did it at the speed, kind of learning everything, but now that we're staying on subject and everything like that, you guys are kind of getting legit learning the technology and things like that. So Carson Burke said, hey, saw you on Airtime Thrills. Are you talking about Zach? Yeah, he was on there, and Dustin was on there as well.
I don't know quite a bit.
Yeah, you are. I kind of hope that they bring another steel coaster. It needs to be something with a lot of inversions. I think okay. Yeah, because you got two family coasters. Well, I think of Indiana Beach goes with the compact model. I think they go with the compact because it's different than RMC. If you have Kentucky Kingdom, which is only roughly 4 hours away from the park, 3.5, 4 hours, you don't want to add RMC Raptor and then compete with Kentucky Kingdom. You're going to want something that's going to bring the crowd to your actual park. So you're not going to see Kings Island at it. You're not going to see Holiday World at RMC Raptor or Indiana Beach. You're going to see them at something different. I think these Raptors are more regional, and I don't think you're going to see them anywhere else besides the region. California, the Northwest, Texas. I don't know what you consider Kentucky, but kind of the South is called the Midwest. The Northeast for the one. Yeah, that is kind of odd that Six Flags is going to add another Raptor when 2.5, 3 hours away you already have one.
It's Six Flags. Do you want to do? It's cheap.
They're like, we're going to outdo Cedar Fair and add another Raptor clone. Unless they have a deal worked out with RMC where they get a discount if they purchase multiple ones, which I wouldn't doubt it. That's what they did with the BN Batman the Ride back in the day. What was another coaster they cloned? Oh, besides the SNS Free Spin, which they bought probably 5 of those, right? I think there's like 5 of them installed right now.
Let's see. They built 3 of the B&M Flyers.
BN Flyers.
Yeah, man, you know.
Yeah. What are you talking about? B&M Flyers? What do you mean by Flyers?
Six Flags. Talk about clones. Six Flags. Back in the day, did 3 B&M flying coasters at over Georgia, Great America, and Great Adventure.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, my mind's going fart right now, man. Talking about Superman the ride in all 3 parks, the same ride.
Yep.
Have you rode the one in Georgia yet?
Yes, I have. I've ridden the original and that's it. I wanted to ride the one in Great America this past summer, but then COVID happened, so.
Yeah, this has been one heck of a year, man. Usually, but right around now, we're talking about new installments for next season. And all these new releases coming to all these different parks across the country. And now we're just happy that we get one release.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yay. At least it's something, you know? We already know what's coming. SeaWorld delayed all their coasters till next year besides Texas Stingray. Texas Stingray obviously opened on time right before the pandemic, which they got lucky. Yeah. Then everything else is delayed. Iron Gwazi, Icebreaker, Pantheon. What's that other one? Oh, Emperor out in San Diego.
Oh, the Emperor is about done though, so. But I mean.
Yeah, it was complete. They were getting actually ready to open it up because we get their media stuff sent, and I was communicating with their PR director over there, and they were in probably the final phase of testing, and then they were going to open it up to the public, probably Platinum Pass holders first.
Yeah.
Which we'll probably get invited out there next year when it opens, but it's a long flight for me coming from Orlando, so I'll probably send one of you guys out there. I don't know if I want to fly 6 hours out there. 20 inversions for Magic Mountain's 20th coaster.
Haha, they don't need no one. They have too many already.
20 inversions. You're trying to get all the riders passed out by the end of the ride, or what?
I mean, no one has. I mean, we have a Smiler over at Alton Tower that has 14, and no one had even tried to go coaster yet. So
14's a lot, and I think the leader in North America is. I think the leader in North America
is still
Still Curtain. What? How many does that have?
9.
9, and I think 9's plenty. you start getting in at 14 inversions and then 20 inversions, you're not really adding a coaster. You might as well just add an SNS free spin at that point.
That way,
With a controlled spin instead of just have a controlled spin the whole time where you just spin over and over and over again. Those SNS free spins remind me of that old carnival ride that you were in the cage and you just go down. The zipper, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, everyone. It was
Don't
fun.
they still have?
Yeah, I just would have them.
Kennywood has.
The other year, Chance Rides did a new cage design for it, so that way it'd be a open sort of harness instead of like a cage, so it'd be a little more free in it.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. What do you guys think of the RMC Raptors? Do you think there's too many in the market? Do you think that they're not doing? Do you think they're not doing enough installments? Do you think the RMC Raptors fine as long as they change the layout of it? Because now we're looking at 3 clones. And I think RMC said they had 5 of them and they sold all of them. So I'm wondering who the other 2 parks are. Remember that they said that IAPA that they had 5 clones and they sold the last one? So who's the other 2 that are adding them?
It's probably Duncan Kingdom and that one in South Dakota that got postponed, maybe. But
yeah, the one in South Dakota. Well, I think they were talking about it, but I don't think they actually purchased it yet.
Well, they did. They did a lease for media, so they might still be getting it, but who knows? It's probably delayed.
If I was a multi-millionaire, I'd add one in my backyard. That'd be kind of fun to ride.
I mean, Fred Grubb at one point. Yeah, at one point, Fred Grubb was going to build one in his backyard for his grandkids to ride.
Who was that?
Fred Grubb, the CEO of RMC.
Oh, okay. I'd like to talk about the SNS Axis, but we don't have. We got a couple minutes left. The SNS Axis, going a little off subject here, but it's kind of like the same concept. You know, the RMC Raptor was kind of like the pinpoint model that kind of, it's going to make RMC a lot more money than their normal models. The reason being is it's cheaper to produce a clone than it is to come up with a different model. So SNS Axis is in its prototype phase, kind of like the RMC Raptor was. Word is that Myrtle Beach possibly might be adding the first prototype model of the SNS Axis. The problem I have with that is that SNS has shown in the past that their prototypes are not that great. You look at, I'm not saying Steel Hog is bad over at Indiana Beach or anything like that. I just know it's a maintenance nightmare. I know Six Flags Great America, by adding Max Force, that's a maintenance nightmare. I know over at Kennywood, Steel Curtain's a maintenance nightmare. So
yeah,
I don't know why any park would want to take on that.
Axis, yeah, but this year Steel Curtain never opened because they were waiting on a part to come in for it.
You said what?
Yeah, so Steel Curtain this year never opened because they're waiting on a part to come in for Steel Curtain. So it never opened at all this year.
They're waiting on a part already. It's not even a year old yet.
Exactly. I mean, but Valentine last year and wrote it, I didn't see it go down at all when I was there. So who knows what happened? It is SNS after all.
I was there on the second day that it opened to the public. The problem is they waited till last minute to add 2 trains to it, and it took forever to add the train. But the major issue I saw with it is when it hits that final brake run, it takes so long to hit the station after the final brake run. It's like it slowly moves around the corner, and then it takes forever to go up that first lip hill. After that, it's a great coaster, but that part just drove me nuts.
Yeah, my guess is probably the block design to help avoid stacking Navy.
Yeah, I know it's a prototype, and that's why they got a discount on it. Rumor was that they paid $20 million for it. That's hard to believe since it's a prototype model of a coaster, paying $20 million for a prototype. But Merlin Entertainment, who owns Kennywood? What's the name of the company again?
Yeah,
it's not Merlin, right?
Okay, Pianitos. They also own Idlewild, but I can pull it up here.
I think you're right on that. And I think that company doesn't. I think they like prototypes because it saves the park money, but that's just adding extra problems for your maintenance staff.
Yeah, like Kennywood is owned by Parques Magnetos, and they also own Belantis, Patty Parks by Heyman, Bobby Johnley, and Bollywood Parks in Dubai, Bon Bon Land, Castle Park in California, Dragon Park, Dutch Wonderland, Idlewild, Lake Compounds. Yeah, they own like 19 parks.
Okay, so maybe they just have too much on their belt. But I mean, it just seems odd to me that you keep on grabbing prototypes. You have the Premier rides. That was the Skyrocket 2 model, Skyrocket 1. Where are we at now? Skyrocket 1, I think it was a prototype, and then you have issues with it's like you think the fans of that park, which I'm a fan of that park, you think they'd be like, enough is enough, just keep the classic feel of the park and just add rides that have that classic feel.
I can see both ways because it's nice to have a classic feel, but also too is you're gonna attract more guests by having groundbreaking rides.
True, they're taking a risk. I don't know, but is that risk worth it? I mean, Steel Curtain when it runs is it's definitely I would say a top 50 coaster.
Yeah, I really liked it. I mean, it had good air time. The version really fun well, and then that like fake out drop was really good.
Yeah, it was in the view of the the river or the canal next to it. You can see it from
the canal. Yeah, because that little water feature because it replaced the log flume.
Oh, okay. And I'm trying to think who's online with this. Looks like we have 2 live viewers on Facebook, and then I don't know how many are on YouTube. YouTube doesn't tell me those numbers. But if you're watching us on YouTube and Facebook, we thank you guys for joining us here. Now, when we're looking at the RMC Raptors here, we obviously know they're not maintenance nightmares, but we do notice that sometimes at Fiesta Texas it's down, and the reason we've been told it's down is because not because of maintenance, it's because of the wind that hustles through the quarry over there. I don't know if California's Great Adventure or Great America still has the same issue. I needed to look more into that, but I don't think maintenance costs are that bad, because if maintenance was an issue when RMC installed those 2 prototype models at Great America over in California and Fiesta Texas, it was that much of an issue. I think they would have tweaked up the model, and I don't think those 2 parks would have been running it. And I don't think more parks would have purchased those clone models if they were running into those type of issues. Because I believe that when parks look at type of models like that, and that's the reason why I think we see a lot of clones, is when you have a lot of these family-owned parks, they don't have the money to keep on replacing parts after parts after parts, so they're looking for a reliable model. And from what I'm seeing, this model is pretty reliable, especially if parks like Kentucky Kingdom and Silverwood are purchasing it. Kentucky Kingdom averages 800,000 visitors a year, not even 1 million.
Probably.
I don't know how many Silverwood averages, but Fiesta Texas probably a little bit busier than California's Great America, even though both of them are in pretty busy cities in San Antonio and in San Francisco area. So let me see if I can find out. Probably a little. I'm over here listening to myself on here. Silverwood attendance. So a lot of these family parks don't announce their attendance numbers.
Yeah, I'll pull up Kingdom attendance here, see what they have.
I found an article, but this is from 10 years ago. Yeah, I don't see anything on there. It's not. Oh, well. 413 acres, though. That's a pretty good sized park.
Yeah, it is. Kingdom is only at 5 acres, and I can't see the 200, but I know one weekend I think like last year they did 32,000 visitors in one weekend.
Silver one?
Tuck Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Silverwood's 413 acres. If you guys want to know how much different that is, Cedar Point's only 364. So Silverwood
Yeah.
looks like it has plenty of span. Let me bring that up here on the map. I want to see how big this park is because I never really looked at how big this park is.
I did. They have like a lot of bonus. I believe they also have a zoo there, I believe, and they have a train ride that goes that pretty far.
Okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's like an RV report. Oh wow, this is like a weird layout.
And
Like
it's like
along. Yeah, you have a big water park. Okay, I see that landing strip they're talking about now. Let me bring this up so you guys can see this, and then we'll probably head out of here. We'll give it another 7 minutes or so, and I'm probably done with the show. Let me show you guys real fast what we're talking about here. So let's bring up this. So yeah, if you were to look up here, look at this. You can see the old landing strip right here. That's interesting. And then here's the amusement park. I don't know where they're putting in this RMC Raptor. I imagine it's probably somewhere over here.
probably.
That's where they have open space at.
Maybe it's going on the old airfield area,
And then they have
and they can on that as theming.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. And then there's Boulder Beach Water Park. I don't know how long you can keep a water park open in Idaho. Are they experiencing wildfires out there too?
I'm not certain. I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, this still open, so probably not.
So where's this big lake that Midway Mayhem was talking about? Is it Lake Penn over here, or is it the Spirit Lake over here? I'm gonna go with this one since they said it was only 15 minutes from the park.
Probably, yeah.
We hope to get out there definitely. That'll probably be one of our places to go next year. Now that we have an RMC Raptor, now we can knock out everything.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be our goal at a channel next year. Maybe next year knock out all the RMC Raptors. Yeah. So we still have 5 live viewers here. So once again, this is a part in our program that if you have any questions or anything about anything, go ahead and ask below. We'll be more than happy to answer it. It doesn't have to be RMC Raptor related. We'll give you guys a couple minutes because I know we're on like a 5-second delay here. What are you looking most forward to next year? For me, I think definitely excited about the parks that are rebounding. And you can see that Silverwood's investing, which is good, which means they're making money. Indiana Beach is still investing. Kentucky Kingdom's still investing. Holiday World, I imagine, is going to invest. So there's at least some good things coming out of this with family-owned parks or small parks. At least they seem to be doing okay during the pandemic, which is a sign.
Yes. I'm going to see next year Indiana Beach on how the heck they fit like 5 new rides in because they are landlocked. Well, more like locked.
Removing 0G, though, definitely gives them that extra space. So I think that's definitely. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
They have the growler spot too. And then let's see here. Then you could probably get rid of that blocking your water slide, whatever it is, what do you call it? The big flush, that really boring water slide that like nothing.
Yeah, they might keep it though if they expand out the water park. I guess we don't have any more questions. So, you have anything further you want to talk about with the RMC Raptors or anything like that? Is there anything in specific that you want to talk about related to them?
No, not at all.
Intense they are. The intensity of them, where they, whip into those turns and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't ridden one, but I can tell that it'd be pretty intense and would be. So I'm ready to ride one.
Yeah, I am too. All of them. So,
Anyone.
but all right, we're gonna head out of here. We're gonna close out with the video that we started out with in the intro to kind of give you guys more look at that. That was the reason why we did this video tonight. We were planning on something else, and it changed as soon as Silverwood announced this. So it kind of gave us something to run with today. But we want to thank you again for tuning in, Midwest Coaster Fans podcast, video cast. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for that. And with that being said, until next time, we'll see you guys here. We're going to have a show tomorrow. Every Friday, we're going to do park news, where we're going to go over all the latest park news nationwide related to coasters and other things, mainly the amusement parks and some theme parks. So hopefully we get that show up tomorrow. If it gets delayed, we'll let you guys know. But with that being said, thanks for joining us. And Zach, I think we'll be on the show tomorrow night as well. We're going to have some interesting news. And we are going to be introducing some new ride technology as well. Sam Pirlo's got a new drop water ride, right?
Yeah, it basically combines a drop ride and a water ride. Basically, it drops down and makes a giant splash. I mean, I just saw it on Twitter from Hyde from Italy. Like, that's really cool. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I want to see more of those air races put in other places.
Yes, actually, that was I thinking what digging is over. I thought, oh no, airplane ride, my airway. Oh, okay, I'm after. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to see Indiana Beach add one of those Zamperla air rides or air races, because that'd be awesome right over the water. Yeah,
because I've been in beach fans quite a bit, and it really gets you.
but we were told they had a meeting this week at Indiana Beach. We were told. So on Tuesday they had a meeting. So I don't know what that meeting was about, but hopefully something comes out of there. We'll hear some news here soon. I know they're prepping for Halloween Horror Nights, which starts next Saturday. Halloween Horror Nights. Oh my God, Halloween Horror, which starts next Saturday. And down here, Universal opened up 2 daytime houses: the Revenge of the Tooth Fairy, and also Bride of Frankenstein, which I'm hoping to get through tomorrow. So if I do, I will be talking about it on the show tomorrow night. But yeah, do you have anything else you wanted to talk about, Zach? Or
Not really. But okay, I know I'll be going to Indiana Beach in October, so I'll see how that event is. Because it looks pretty good.
it is for a small park.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna add extra things.
Yeah, and I'll also be doing one to Six Flags too. Also with a Halloween event later on.
Well, they're just doing like fall festivals, right? Or are they doing Fright Fest? Fright Fest.
They're doing scare zones. I know, and I think they're gonna have mazes as well. It's been kind of scaled down a little bit, but it'd be better if thinking what came down and to the point of doing for that family event.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back on to tomorrow's show. Thanks again for tuning in. And until next time, thanks again for watching, Midwest Coaster Fans.